Here is your Days of Our Lives spoiler sneak peek video for the week of August 4th, 2025. Johnny's trial heats up this week as EJ makes a shocking move that can easily destroy his relationship with Belle. He announces to the court that the prosecuting attorney has a clear conflict of interest in the case and demands a mistrial. Considering that EJ is the defendant's father and also the victim of the crime, that is an awfully shocking assertion for EJ to make. Does EJ ask for a mistrial because of Paulina's damning testimony? She tells the jury that she heard Johnny say that his father got what he deserved after he was shot. That certainly won't look good for a nervous Johnny. At least we have Leo on the jury to keep us entertained. EJ and Belle also appear to enjoy some fun time in between testimony, but they have no idea what else is in store for them this week. Marina was pleased as punch to learn that Sami was on her way home. When Sami actually arrives, Marina couldn't be more thrilled. She has been having such a hard time since John died and needs as much family around her as possible. However, we all know that when Sami is in Salem, chaos occurs. With Johnny on trial, she is surely there to support her son, but she will also be at odds with her sister, who is prosecuting her own nephew. If things with this trial weren't complicated already, they certainly will be now. When Sarah spots Xander and Gabi kissing at the bistro, she decides to make her estranged husband jealous by pulling Brady in for a kiss so Xander can witness it. What Sarah doesn't know is that Gabi is actually doing Tony's dirty work as part of his quest to win back Dimera Enterprises. Anna is also back in Salem this week and ready to help Tony. But first, she wants to hear what Susan has to say about Stefano. Days of Our Lives, spoilers for the next 2 weeks, August 4th to August 15th, reveal that Gabi Hernandez and Philip Kuryakis will land in bed together while Paulina Price makes a courtroom confession. Tate Black will also grill Sophia Choi. So let's discuss what's ahead on DOOL. During the week of August 4th-8th, Chad DiMera will catch Julie Williams by surprise. And not in a good way. Julie may find out about Chad's elevator bonding with Kat Green and worry that he's falling hard for her. Chad will enjoy another bonding session with Kat later, who'll need someone to take care of her after what could be a strenuous training session with Rafe Hernandez. Day's spoilers say Kat will pull Chad into a smooch on her couch, so it'll become harder and harder to deny what's happening between them. As for Gabi, she'll rely on her manipulation skills as she connects with Xander and kisses him at the bistro. As luck would have it, that's exactly when Sarah Horton Kuryakis and Brady Black will walk into the restaurant. After Sarah blows up at Xander, she'll steal a kiss from Brady and stir up Xander's jealous side. Once Marlena Evans catches up with Sami Brady during her daughter's visit to Salem, Sarah will give the doc updates on some alarming news. Whether that's about Johnny Dimera's trial or Marlena's medical woes, there'll be reasons for some concern. Susan Banks will still get a weird vibe from Marlena when they cross paths once again. While Johnny and EJ Dimera strategize, Abe Carver will give Paulina a pep talk. Paulina will worry about her upcoming testimony, but Abe will support her as best as he can. Once Paulina takes the stand, she'll be forced to admit that Johnny said EJ got what he deserved. EJ will have to explain that away, and will blame Belle Black's conflict of interest as he seeks a mistrial. Since EJ won't get his wish, he'll have to keep defending Johnny and hope he can raise reasonable doubt for the jury. Belle will have a secret meeting with EJ at some point, which will lead to some hostility breaking out. As for Tate, he'll be sick of Sophia dodging his questions about the adoption. Day's spoilers say Tate will corner Sophia and push for some real answers this time, so she'll struggle through this difficult situation. While Steve Johnson pushes Alex Kuryakis for the truth about his old run-in with the law, Anna DiMera will tell Tony DiMera about Susan's claims. Susan insists that she can feel Stefano DiMera's presence, so this has to be going somewhere. Since there was talk about a backup memory chip, another version of Stefano may be on the verge of a big debut. Tony may keep Anna in the dark on just how much he knows about all this. We won't be surprised if Tony is ultimately revealed to be Andre DiMera, or maybe Andre could get swapped in later. The week of August 11 to 15 will bring some tension between Stephanie Johnson and her dad. Day's spoilers say Steve's Titan-related won't go over well since this affects Alex. Stephanie might also have a problem with Steve interrogating Alex over his past crimes. though she may have worries of her own, since Alex presumably never mentioned his arrest. Back with Tate, he'll continue to rebuild his relationship with Holly Jonas. Holly and Tate will sizzle in the bedroom again, but Sophia will fume over their reconnection since she still wants Tate for herself. Ariana Ari Horton will eventually push Sophia to just move on, but Sophia will become more fixated on Tate instead. That's going to lead to major problems for Tate and Holly as this storyline moves along. Back with Gabi, she'll concentrate on her next manipulation target. After trying to pry secrets out of Xander, she'll shift gears and hope to score some dirt from Philip next. Gabi&Philip will share some hot moments before he wakes up in bed with her, so her plan's going to get messy. Johnny's trial will also bring another round of drama since Rachel Black will have to take the stand and spill what she remembers. Rachel will freak out over the possibility of sending Johnny to prison, but we know he's not the guilty party. It may be Rachel who's responsible instead if she blocked out the memory of shooting EJ that night. So stay tuned for all twists and turns of this shocking storyline. Days of Our Lives spoilers reveal that the show just set up an Alex Kuryakis arrest mystery. What crimes did this Kuryakis commit and bury before his Salem return? In DOOL's July 31st episode, Steve Johnson spilled to Kayla Johnson about some information he uncovered now that he's digging up Kuryakis dirt for Gabi Hernandez. Steve stumbled across some troubling news since he found out Alex was arrested before he came back to Salem. It turns out Alex committed a couple crimes several years ago, but Steve doesn't know what the charges were just yet. Since Steve's still waiting to hear back from his sources, he only knows Alex decided to plead in the face of overwhelming evidence. Justin Kuryakis wouldn't say much about Alex's arrest other than he was young, dumb, and realizes he made a mistake. Alex ultimately got a slap on the wrist and straightened himself out. But this whole arrest situation raises concerns and possibilities. Just how bad was the criminal chaos that Alex has tried to put behind him? Justin made it seem like no big deal, but things could be worse than he's letting on. Did Alex land in handcuffs over some sort of theft or con job? Was Alex tangled up in something more dangerous instead? Since Steve plans to keep an eye on Alex and not say a word to Stephanie about what he's learned, there's the potential for more trouble here. At some point, Stephanie is bound to get updates on Alex's hidden criminal history anyway, so it'll throw her for a loop. Days spoilers say Alex may face Stephanie's interrogation about what really happened before his Salem comeback. The fact that Alex never told Stephanie about any of this could leave her unsettled. Stephanie may feel like Alex has been keeping secrets, but he might insist he just wanted to put that chapter behind him and start fresh. Days spoilers say Stephanie may accept that explanation in the end, especially if Alex divulges the whole story and helps her understand the blunders that led to his arrest. However, the real point of all this seems to be setting up Jeremy Horton's Days return down the road. Days of Our Lives spoilers update for the week of August 4th 8 reveals that EJ DiMera will throw Belle Black under the bus while Marlena Evans gets some disturbing news. Gabi Hernandez will also trick Xander Kuryakis. So plenty of dual dramas on the way. After Chad DiMera and Kat Green's elevator fiasco, Kat will undergo some special training with Rafe Hernandez. That could leave Kat with some minor injuries, since Chad will end up taking care of her at home later. Kat will ultimately pull Chad into a sizzling kiss on the sofa, so they'll have to figure out where their growing bond is headed. Following Sami Brady's visit, Marlena will get some alarming info from Sarah Horton Kuryakis. Will this involve Marlena's health, or could it have something to do with Johnny DiMera's trial? Regardless, Susan Banks will have another encounter with Marlena and once again sense some trouble in Marlena's mind, body, and soul. Days spoilers say Susan's presence in Salem will start to get on Johnny's nerves, so he may lash out at his grandma before apologizing. The stress of the trial will really start getting to Johnny as he worries prison could be imminent. As for EJ, he'll call for a mistrial and try to blame it on Belle's conflict of interest. The judge won't go for that, so all EJ will manage to do is rile Belle up. Other Days spoilers say Gabi will pull Xander closer and eventually have dinner with him at the bistro, where Sarah and Brady Black will watch them kiss. This will be part of Gabi's plan to score Kuryakis dirt, but Sarah will assume Xander's moving on romantically. After Sarah retaliates by kissing Brady, Xander will throw a temper tantrum and prove he definitely needs anger management counseling. Next, Day's spoilers say Tate Black will pressure Sophia Choi for more adoption-related details, so she'll land in a tight spot. Steve Johnson will also put Alex Kuryakis through a grilling session, so he may demand some answers about Alex's arrest before he returned to Salem. As for Anna DiMera, she'll give Tony DiMera updates on Susan's belief that Stefano DiMera is still alive. Tony may act like it's a silly idea, but he could actually end up playing a big role in how Stefano re-enters the picture, at least in a way. It seems likely there's a backup copy of the chip containing Stefano's essence, so Tony may put it to good use. Will Johnny listen to Susan? Days of Our Lives spoilers for Tuesday, August 5th prove that if it's good for the goose, the gander can have a pretty good time doing too. In other words, if Sarah can get friendly with Brady, Xander can do the same with Gwen. And Gabi too? We know something was up with Xander and Gabi when all of a sudden she's offering him parenting tips and sharing how she can't have more children, and Xander is offering Gabi sympathy on Ari's kidnapping. Nobody thought it was going to end there, did they? Now that they're kind of friends, Gabi and Xander will to keep talking. And the more they keep talking, the more they'll keep connecting. And the more they keep connecting, the more they'll bond. And we all know where that leads, don't we? So where does that leave Gwen? Susan tried to explain to EJ that she was now a medium in training and that she had the entire universe telling her that Johnny didn't shoot him. When EJ dismissed his mother's rambling, she shifted to convincing Johnny of the same thing. Johnny has always tried to be polite to his woo-woo grandmother, but he's a little tense these days. And Susan's words don't go over well. Kat is a secret agent. Who knew? But now she is working with Rafe, so it's time for her to get some field training and to keep from telling Chad what she's really up to again. Days of Our Lives spoilers reveal a preview clip has been released for the week of August 4th, 2025. It shows Sami Brady reuniting with Marlena Evans. Anna DiMera tells Tony DiMera that Stefano DiMera is alive. Plus, EJ DiMera pulls a dirty move in court on Belle Black. Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up in the Peacock soap opera. Johnny DiMera's attempted murder trial will continue. Johnny and EJ walk into the courtroom with a bailiff standing behind them. As they enter the courtroom, the judge barks for order. Belle looks stunned at EJ in the preview clip for the week of August 4th. Then, we see EJ telling the judge that Belle has a major conflict of interest. Belle did ask to be taken off the case, but Paulina Price refused. Then, it is teased that Belle and EJ have a secret meeting. So, I wonder if Belle's shock is just an act. Days of Our Lives spoilers reveal that the preview clip also shows Anna sharing shocking news with her husband. While Susan Banks stands there with an odd look on her face, Anna tells Tony that Stefano is alive. Fans will also see Gwen Rischek von Leuschner kiss Xander Cook Kuryakis. However, when Sarah Horton Kuryakis stumbles into the restaurant with Brady Black, there is a confrontation. Xander tells his soon-to-be ex-wife that he can do whatever he wants. That is when Sarah says that if he can do what he wants, then so can she. Without missing a beat, Sarah plants a passionate smooch on Brady's lips. There is also Sami, who returns and reunites with Marlena. Even though Marlena is coping after John Black's death, she faces another troubling dilemma. What is going on with these dreams of hers? Although the Queen of the Night was Stefano's doing, I doubt he's still alive. Could Stefan have another son, or maybe a younger brother, that nobody ever knew about? Perhaps the sense of Stefano is actually Stefan DiMera. We know that Vivian Alamain kidnapped him, but maybe he's been brainwashed or escaped. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most during the week of August 4th, 2025? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Keep watching the soap on Peacock to find out what happens next. Days of Our Lives. Spoilers suggest that Kayla Johnson may figure out what is going on with Marlena Evan. Of course, Marlena opened up to Kayla about her issues with the Arabian Nights book. Kayla know a bit about people being brainwashed by Stefano. Will Kayla put this together with Steve's actions when he thought he was Stefano? Marlena Evans has been through this before. Stefano often had Marlena believing that Marlena was his queen of the night. Now that Marlena is having issues again, perhaps that will give Kayla the hint she needs to figure this out. Marlena cannot exactly question herself under hypnosis. However, Marlena may remember enough to help Kayla to break into her programming and get Stefano out of her head. Marlena needs to have her wits about her to help Rachel through Johnny DiMera's trial. Marlena is worried about what this stress is doing to Rachel. Perhaps deep down, Marlena feels that Rachel is the one who pulled that gun on EJ DiMera and almost killed him. Marlena need to be her best self to help Rachel get through this trail, and Kayla might be the only one who understands. Kayla may not be a psychiatrist, but she is way too familiar with the kinds of things Stefano has done for years. Kayla may be able to figure out that trigger words that are causing Marlena to go back to her days as the queen of the night. Will Marlena find herself moving away from the draw to Stefano and back to her old self with Kayla's help? Marlena has already decides that she won't go back to the doctor she saw at the hospital. So Kayla may be the only person she trusts. Will Kayla continue to try to talk Marlena through these issues, or insist she sees someone else that may be more help to her than she knows how to be? Perhaps another psychiatrist is need to help her through. Marlena may decide to join Kayla in her investigation of EJ is up to, with his plans for the hospital. No one knows exactly what EJ is up to, but it could certainly be something sinister considering his past. Could Sami Brady fit into this storyline by helping figure out what EJ is up to, or will he manage to keep his plans hidden? Will Marlena finally figure out why she is having the Queen of the Night dreams since they have been haunting her for a while? Could Kayla and Marlena discover who the new Stefano is going to be and make sure that nothing illegal goes on? Will Xander Kuryakis have to pitch in and save the hospital as EJ continues to run it into the ground? Days of Our Lives spoilers are in for the week of August 4th, 2025. Fans can expect Anna DiMera to share a bombshell about Stefano DiMera. Belle Black has a secret meeting. Also, Steve Johnson confronts Alex Kuryakis. Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up in the Peacock soap opera. Let's begin with Anna, who drops a bombshell on Tony DiMera. With Susan Banks and Rita Leslie both feeling Stefano's presence, will Anna claim that the patriarch is still alive? Over with Steve. He will be working on Gabi Hernandez's case. The Latina wants the investigator to look into the heads of Titan. At first, Steve didn't want to take the job. Then, he told Kayla Johnson that Alex got into some criminal trouble when he was younger. It's not revealed what exactly his crimes were, but now Steve is suspicious of Alex. Later in the week, Steve confronts Stephanie Johnson's boyfriend. Days of Our Lives spoilers for the week of August 4th reveal that Chad DiMera and Kat Green are stuck in an elevator at the hospital. Nobody even realizes they are trapped. In the meantime, Chanel Dupree DiMera comes to Felicity Green's rescue. Meanwhile, Kat and Chad share a close moment while stuck. Later in the week, Chad takes care of her though. So, does she get injured somehow? Maybe she fakes an injury so she can dig deeper for intel on EJ DiMera. Kat will also begin training with Rafe Hernandez. Elsewhere, Susan Banks gets under Johnny DiMera's skin. JJ Devereaux frets with Julie Williams. The next day, Chad catches Julie off guard. Tate Black grills Sophia Choi for information. Marlena Evans reunites with Sami Brady. Later, Marlena gets some bad news from Sarah Horton Kuryakis. Chad and Kat are saved. Days of Our Lives spoilers photos for the August 4th, 2025 episode tease a displeased Julie once Chad and Kat are saved. As Chad and Kat navigate the stuck elevator, Julie will wish she never showed up to the hospital. Julie and Marlena arrive to the broken elevator, while Chanel takes a worried Felicity to the police station where JJ works to find Kat. Chad helps Kat through a tough situation. When they're rescued, Kat and Chad are caught in each other's arms, much to Julie's dismay. Later, Chanel will find herself in Johnny's arms. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Friday, August 1st suggest some bombshells as Salemites head into the weekend. A twosome is unexpectedly stuck, while exes bond, and someone has some mighty big plans. What's set to go down on Friday? Time to find out. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Friday, August 1st imply that Chad DiMera and Kat Green will unexpectedly get stuck together. Yikes! Do they get caught in an elevator that stops? Either way, will sparks fly between the two? They both care for each other. But Kat's new ISA assignment has created a wedge between the budding couple. Will being stuck together remind them about their chemistry? Just not with each other. During Friday's show, Sarah Horton Kuryakis will bond with Brady Black, as Xander Kuryakis will share a meal with Gwen Rizchek. Sarah and Brady's bonding is interesting since she knows that Sophia Choi has lied about her and Tate Black's baby's adoption. Still, as Sophia has assured her that the baby is safe, Sarah is bound by HIPAA confidentiality to stay quiet. Will Sarah feel guilty if Brady laments about his first grandchild? Across town, Days of Our Lives spoilers for Friday imply that EJ DiMera will tease about some big plans he has ahead. Is this about Johnny DiMera's case, or does EJ have massive plans for the hospital? Finally, Marlena Evans will question Rachel Black. Days fans still seem to suspect that Rachel is behind EJ's shooting, so will Marlena get down to the bottom of this? Marlena has been acting strangely as of late, so it's hard to say at this point. Here's hoping she doesn't have a fainting spell in front of her granddaughter